Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and I'm going to be taking a look at a new game, Forma.8. At least I believe that's how it's pronounced, and full disclosure, I did receive a key for this game from the developer, but with that being said, what is Forma.8? Well, it's billed as a metroidvania game. I find it more reminiscent of Metroid rather than Castlevania, and we'll get into why in a second. Now, one thing I will point out, and I will try and point out some issues I've seen with the game, but when setting up my recording for this game, I noticed that there are no sound options in the options here at all. As a matter of fact, the options are very bare bones. We only have language, English, vibration on or off, resolution, anti-aliasing, and then you have your controls, which you can, I'm assuming, keybind, it appears. Now, I am playing with controller because I had it plugged in the first time I played, and it said press A to start, just as you saw when I started this recording. And so I just stuck with that. And from what I played about an hour. I would say that I think the game is very much set up for a controller. Now, you did see that there were controls for a keyboard, so you could play this game with a keyboard and mouse, I guess, but all of my experience comes with playing with a controller. And again, from what I've played, I definitely would recommend that setup. In any case, as we get into the game, let's go over some things here. Now, I am continuing on with my game. As I said, I played about an hour, and I will point out that I don't feel like I progressed maybe as far as I should have with as much game time as I put into it. And I'll explain why in a little bit. But if we go over some of the elements of the game, I am this little floating drone over on the left with the glowing eyes. And as far as the story goes, what little of it there is, it starts off with a cinematic, the game does, of a ship in orbit of a planet. The ship is producing a number of these little drone things. It shoots them down on the planet, and the drone that I am playing as crashes into a building, and you start the game in the room of the building you crashed into. Now, as far as the Metroidvania stuff goes, as you can see as I open up this menu, for a lack of a better term, there's a map over on the right. I am in the area, the square that is highlighted with the white, and the room that I started in is all the way up in the upper left. So that's where I started, and this is kind of where I progressed through. You can see little connection points that go from area to area that show you that you can move into an area. So if you look in the area I am in right now, the one that is highlighted, the one to the direct left of that has another connection point that I haven't gone to yet. And this is the element of the Metroidvania side of the game, is that there is a fair amount of backtracking in the game. Now, as far as the gameplay goes, if we look in this menu again, if you look all the way on the left, you can see some button prompts, A and X. Those are some abilities I picked up since the game has gone, I've gone through the game. More or less what happens is you'll encounter other drones that look similar to me, that look like they are damaged, and when you go over to them, you acquire an ability. So the first ability I got is the A ability, which does this. And more or less all this does is it pulses this energy, and you see the little blobs that have the little red eyes that are hopping around. Well, those are enemies. If they run into me, they will damage me. I can use that ability to knock them away from myself, and they will also damage them. So I'll try and demonstrate that now. It's kind of tricky because they hop around, so you have to time it. But you see there, I hit it, it knocked them all the way over there. And if I do that a couple times, I will destroy them. You see this little bit of energy. I can collect that, and that will replenish my health. My health showed up there for a brief moment up in the upper left, and I wasn't full on health, so that I actually did need that energy. The other ability that I have, which is the X ability, I acquired more recently, and that drops this little bomb down. Now, the one complaint I have about this game is the fact that I feel like there is not that much player information given. There is a lot of puzzle elements to this game. I wouldn't call it a platformer because obviously you fly around, so there's no platforming to do, but it's a Metroidvania puzzle game. What I think an emphasis on the puzzle elements of the game. But one part of this whole game is there's not a whole lot of information. There's not a whole lot in the way of story, which I already kind of explained, but there's not also very much in the way of direction. when I encountered one of these dead drones that was just laying on the ground, kind of like this, except looking all dead, and I got to the icon that was hovering over them, and I got the ability, all it did was give me a very short text description and what button to press. So with this ability, it just said, drop the bomb, X. So I just assumed, just like Metroid, this is the little bomb that you can drop in Metroid, so it just kind of sits there, and after a delay, it goes off. But there's actually more to it than that, and this was not explained at all, and I had to figure this out by accident. If you use the A ability, when that bomb is hovering, you will knock it in the direction away from where you did that burst. So you can kind of control the shot of the bomb. Well, it doesn't explain that at all. So I had to figure that out by accident, and as I was saying, I've played this game a lot more than maybe I should have for what progress I've gotten, because there was a point where I had to get through a wall that I could blow up, but I couldn't get close enough to it to actually blow it up. So I had to use this ability to shoot the bomb over and hit the wall to break through it. But I didn't know I could do that. So I spent a long period of time trying to figure out what it was I was supposed to do to progress, and I couldn't figure it out. And I think that is my big criticism of this game so far, is that there's just not enough feedback, and with as much of an emphasis as it has on kind of puzzling your way through, I don't think it's given me enough feedback. All right, so another thing you might see here is you might see that little square or diamond that is pulsing with a little red eye. Well, that is a trap, and this is the first time I've encountered it. But more or less what happens is as you move in front of it, it comes out and it tries to hit you. There's another one here. I might have to get close enough for it to see me, and it goes across and it hits you. If you get hit by that, it does a severe amount of damage, so I want to avoid that if I can. Now, there's a switch that was up here. I think I've already activated it, and it's counted it as having been activated. So I don't have anything that I can do, but just to explain what it did is when I activated it, you see that gear down there with the green icon, that was moved around, which I think allowed me to progress over to the next area, because if you look down, and the one reason I said that controller is recommended is because there are parts of the game where precise movement is very important, and I feel like so far that the controller is the best option to get that precise movement. In any case, that gear was rotated around when I activated that, and you can see this little wall that was attached to the gear that was blocking this area. So that's how I needed to progress through to the next area. And now we're over here, and I haven't progressed any further than this, so I don't know what to expect at this point on. Other than there's these little fireballs. Okay, so we have a new area here, and there's a cog. Oh, okay, apparently I can push it to allow us to get through. I'm assuming that's what I'm supposed to do. There we go. All right, so we're into this new area. All right, we have a couple different ways to go, and there is an element of item collection. So if you look over in the upper left there, I have two little hexagon nut, whatever they're supposed to be, things. Those are two things that I've collected. Above that, that's a key from what I've gathered. And there are switches and things that you can activate with your A ability. That's another thing that the A ability does, is kind of your utility item. I guess I could be using bombs here. Ooh, I let one touch me. There we go. We use that bomb to kill it. There we go. So I'm not exactly sure which way to go here. If we take a look at the map, there is no other connections here. I think I'm looking for a key, as a matter of fact, to progress to the next area. So I need to find one of those. So I'm just going to go up this way and see what we find. So a lot of it is just, it's an exploration game. There's a lot of, trying to puzzle your way through to figure out what it is you're supposed to do. So I see a switch that I need to activate. You'll see that it's red, showing that I have not activated it. Well, orange probably is a more appropriate description. So I just go over to it, pulse, it turns yellow, and it activates something. What it activated, I'm not exactly sure, but we'll find out as we move through. Now, some plus points that I can point out, as I have been somewhat negative on the game, is the art direction is quite nice. It has a nice art aesthetic, and every so often you get to areas like this where you zoom out and you can see a lot of the environment. Okay, so I acquired another collectible there. It says 2 of 3. Now, I don't know what those are for. Again, we don't really get much in the way of feedback. This is just one of those games you play and kind of figure out as you go. And if that's the kind of thing you're into, this might be the kind of game that you'll like. But sometimes for me, I like a little bit more direction. So at the same time, I could see that being a negative point. All right, so clearly there's no other way that we can go in that direction. And I did see that there was a collectible there, but I'm not exactly sure how we get to it yet. Ooh, this is something new. I don't believe I've seen one of these before. Oh, I'm going to assume that that switch is what turned this. Oh, okay, so they shoot projectiles. Let's see if we can hit one with a bomb. Nope, not quite. All right, well, maybe we just rush through. That seemed to work okay. Didn't necessarily need to fight them. All right, so we have another switch. Now, I have no idea what that does. See if we can hit one of them. There we go. And it looks like we also hit the switch. Oh, okay, so it drained the lava, it looks like, so that gave us a new path. We don't really need to kill those things, so I'll just go up from here. Ooh, okay, so now the guys trap me in a little bit. Let's see if we can... It's going to be kind of tricky. Let me just... There we go. We'll do the short-range attacks. Those are a little bit more... Sometimes getting your accuracy with these can be tricky because you have to control your momentum. Because with this game, you have a fair amount of momentum. So if I go like this and then I release, I'm going to keep traveling. I didn't continue to hold in the stick, but I'm going to continue to move. So you have to halt your momentum a lot, which can make fine control a little bit tricky, which is why I recommend... Oh, okay, those two canceled each other out. Well, I'm not going to worry about that guy anymore. Which is why I recommend a controller, because I think doing that with a keyboard would be challenging. Not impossible, but challenging. Okay, so I see another one of these traps kind of sitting for me. I probably want to be a fair distance away from it. Oh, okay, so it was at an angle. I wasn't prepared for that. Not exactly sure how it's facing because it's obscured. I'm going to assume it's facing... Just... Yeah, there we go. I assumed it was facing down like the other one was. Alright, well, fortunately, we get a means for health. See if I can get that one. There we go. Alright, so this should give me plenty of health. Now, it has been generous with health, I would say. I wouldn't consider the game to be overly difficult. Except for this one area I'm in. This is the first time it has been difficult. Okay, finally, we get to the key, which is what I have been looking for. Okay, and then we have a switch up there. I think that's just going to allow me through to the exit, rather than... okay, I wasn't paying attention there. Did I leave any health behind? I did. Alright, so that's not that big of a deal, but you can see how much damage those traps do to you if you are not careful. And the orbs, they don't give you a ton of health. They're not that hard to find, and they're not that hard to get, because as you kill enemies, you get more. And for the most part... Oh, there was one hiding in that lava. Interesting. Alright, so this should be the beginning of the room, if I am correct with my assumption, because I remember there was this cog down there. Yes, that is indeed the beginning. So, let's go over to the next area. And we're... Now, if we take a look at the map, we'll see that we're over in the next area. Or the adjacent area. To get accurate shots, you kind of don't have to... You have to be in a position not to move all that much. Now, the reason that more of these things are popping up is there is a spawner down there. So I'm going to try and get to it. Hit that a little early. I'm going to blow it up. There we go. Now they should stop popping out. There we go. Now we can heal ourselves up. Now, as far as I can tell, there's no advantage to picking those up if you're not already hurt. And we can go underwater. And there's no real downside to be underwater. It's just a environmental element. I'm not even sure if it slows me down at all. I think this is the way I need to go. And you can usually get a good clue of what direction you need to go in based off of where the connection point is. So this is the area I need to use the key. And now that I have the key, I can come over and use my pulse. And there goes the key that I just collected. And now the door is going to open and allow me to go through. So now I'm going into a brand new area, an area I have not been in before. Okay, it seems like another lava-themed area. Okay, it doesn't really seem like there's any enemies out yet outside of just the environmental hazards, which is just a timing-based thing. Okay, I don't know what that is. That looks new. Oh, maybe it's just those guys that sit on the ow. Oh, wow, they hit for a ton of damage. So I'm gonna ow. Now, if you die, all you do is you just respawn at the beginning of the room that you entered. So it's not like there's that much of a consequence for dying. Man, lining those up quickly. There we go. It's tough. Alright, so luckily there is some health over here. Oh, another one though. Ow, I'm almost dead. Matter of fact, my health is pretty much at the bottom. But definitely the game is getting harder at this point. The enemies that I'm facing are becoming more difficult. So this is a wall that I can blow up here. So all I need to do is put a bomb, and it will blow the wall up. Now, I'm not sure what I need there. Ooh, this isn't something new. Okay, so I need a key to go through there. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, so it just healed me up. I don't know if that's something that I can keep going to. Ah, bastard. There we go. I'm not quite getting it where I want it. Ah, sometimes I just wonder if the close-in attack is the better option, because it's much more accurate. Okay, so we have another collectible. And I have no idea what these do. I have never encountered anything that indicated it needed these, but I'm collecting them. I don't know why. And that's something I would say for a lot of other games. I feel like they would do a better job explaining, why am I doing a particular thing? Why am I collecting this? What is the benefit of collecting it? Okay, so apparently I cannot use this again. So I just went over to it, and it does look a little bit different than the last time. Ooh, I got lucky there and it didn't hit me. So apparently one use. Unfortunately, I didn't know what it was for, so maybe didn't use it at the opportune time. I think I need a little bit more energy, so I'll just take... Yeah, okay, one will do. Now, there might have been a way that I missed that I could have gone. I don't remember. Okay, continue going down this way. Ooh. Alright, so... This is the element I was telling you about where I cannot get close to the wall that I need to blow up, because this is what happens. See, that guy uses that ability and he knocks me back. He doesn't do any damage, but he knocks me back. So I need to shoot this at the wall. I had missed slightly. And blow up the wall. Actually, I think I have to hit him in the face. Yeah, like that. And that was a puzzle I didn't know how to solve before, because I didn't know I could do that ability where I could shoot the little bombs. Because maybe I missed that with the drop the bomb description, but That was just something I missed. Now, I don't know if I should go this way or should go to the right yet. Okay, so this is just a collectible. So this seemingly is the right way to go for now. All right, so now I just got all 3. So I got reset to 0 of 3. So again, I have no idea why I did that. Because it was 2 of 3. Now it's 3 of 3. I'm getting a pulse. Maybe that was a map. It's showing me which way I need to go to progress. Interesting. Like maybe that's a boss or something. But we'll try and get to that and see what that looks like. Alright, so these hoppy guys are not... Ooh, okay, there's a spawner up there. We'll try and take care of that. Alright, so I can blow through that wall, and I can also go down. Alright, we'll blow through the wall. Although that looks like a very dangerous area. I'm kind of curious what's down first, because that looks like that gets us into a new area. Alright, we'll blow through the wall. My curiosity of what is worth the dangerous area over here. Okay, so just a collectible. See if we can blow that guy up. We should be able to kill that. Oh, hit me. Oh, the damage. Alright, well, we can get a little bit of it back. And I can farm those guys over there if I need to, but I don't think I'm going to. When you die and you respawn, you only come back with half health. Okay, so this does go into a new area. So we're now in... And we're not in the area that's glowing on the map. Interesting. Alright, well, we have some health here. Okay. Definitely some eerie music. Alright, so this is a spawner up here, the thing that looks like a flower. So I'm going to come over and kill it before it spawns anything. Oh, the bomb didn't go off. Oh, wow, this thing has a ton of health. It's possible I may not be able to kill it. I'm going to try and one more time. In the past, these spawners would die in one bomb. Yeah, okay, I'm going to assume that maybe this is some part of the boss mechanic. So I'm going to go away from it for now. And we'll just see what's up with this. Okay, so we've got some kind of boss, I'm assuming. Now, I'm gonna guess I have to hit it in the mouth. Yeah, okay. Ooh. May hit it. Alright. I'd rather dodge that than get hit. Now, see, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this because... Alright, I don't know if I want to be in the area when that happens. That might be what this area is all about, is its safety from whatever this thing is. But it's not doing anything, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do. Alright, I'll just continue to hit you, I guess. I don't know if that's going to hit. That hit anyway. Getting accuracy with this is rather tricky. Fortunately, it's kind of forgiving. So, I have no idea what's going on here. Am I supposed to go in and hit that with my... Because at this point, it doesn't seem like we're progressing. Alright, well, that's how you die, apparently. Alright, well, I don't know if that's my fault or the game's lack of feedback that is to blame for what just happened there, because it just seemed like the boss wasn't doing anything. So, I had to, I think, guess at what it was I was supposed to be doing. I might be too far away to hit it. Yeah, I have to be a little bit closer. Ooh. I mean, see this, the boss is doing something, so I feel like, oh, okay, well, we're being attacked. But before, I had no idea what the boss was up to. Alright, I think I've gotten better with the accuracy, though. Okay, now it's doing that thing again. But what that thing is, I have no idea. And I'm not going close to it again, because it just chomped me and killed me. I'm gonna keep hitting it here, and I'm gonna see what happens, but I'm not really sure if I'm doing the right thing or not. I mean, it does flash when I hit it with the bomb, so that could be what I'm supposed to do. Maybe my timing was bad on the... Maybe I'm supposed to go over here and kill this thing, the spawner? I mean, I don't know what the point of this spawner is. If you can't kill it, it doesn't spawn things unless you get close to it. So what is the point of it? I'm kind of... Unless I'm supposed to farm these for health, because that is something I can do. Alright, well, I'll hit it maybe 4 more times, and then I'm gonna try and figure out what this is all about, because it's not gonna let me through. That's clear. And I've hit it almost directly on that blue area with the bomb at least once or twice. Alright, so this is gonna be the last time I hit it. Yeah, okay, so I'm just guessing I'm not doing what I need to do here. So this time I'm gonna try and time the opening of the mouth a little bit better. Yeah, it just straight up kills me. Alright, well... I think I have to heal up again, though, because it always spawns you in with half health. So unless there's an ability that I was supposed to collect that I just... Well, no, I can't go anywhere else. I need the key that this thing has. So, I don't know. I guess this is just kind of highlights my frustration with the game so far, is not a very good indicator of what it is I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, right now we have a very straightforward boss battle, but at a certain point, it just starts doing that glowing mouth trick. I hit it over and over and over again with my bombs. That seemingly does nothing. And then we're just kind of stuck here. Is this what I'm supposed to do or not? I'm trying to hit this thing from here. Maybe I can hit it without triggering the spawn. Too late. Well, at the very least, I can reap the benefits of these. As far as health. Ow. I'm getting the accuracy I need on these shots at the angle they're giving me is challenging. Alright, well, I'll try and kill it. Except, problem is I have to defend myself against the creatures here. Alright, I give up. I give up on that. It apparently is not gonna die. Yeah, I don't even have to shoot him at this point. Like, is this doing something or not? I have no idea. Yeah, I'm at a loss what to do here. If I get too close to it, it just chomps me and kills me. Now I can get close enough to it to do damage. Is it just something I have to hit multiple times before it finally dies? I don't know. So we're going to sit here and find out. But I think it's kind of gotten to the point where maybe there's something I'm supposed to be doing, but this is kind of my complaint with the game. It's just not obvious. I mean, maybe I need something that I didn't get, but I'm fairly certain I explored all of the areas that I could go into. So, unless there's something I just missed that I absolutely need for this boss battle, a new ability or something. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm done. So, it's clear to me that there's nothing I can do here with this boss battle. And I don't know why it is this way. I mean, it was a fun boss battle when it was shooting fire at me, but once it does this, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna let it kill me again. Yeah, see, it just chomps me and I die. If I get any closer to it. Alright, well. Let's see if I missed something, and then I think that's gonna be pretty much it for my look. I went that way. I know I did. By the way, spawners do respawn when you come into an area again, so you see that spawner's there. So there's a distinct possibility maybe I missed something. I know I went down there because that was a collectible. Oop, I just wasn't paying attention there. Also, the health items respawn. And this is a very dangerous area to have to come through again, too. So it kind of annoys me that I have to do that, just to look around. Yeah, see, I'm dead. And I'm going to assume that I don't get to use that health item again. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about picking that up. But this is more or less my look at the game. It's an interesting game, and it has a nice art aesthetic, but I think just it really is lacking in player feedback. What is the player supposed to do? Maybe you need to communicate that a little bit better. When I'm in a boss battle and I have no clue what it is I'm supposed to be doing, because you haven't given me enough feedback, you haven't made it obvious to what it is I'm supposed to be doing, even if I could figure out what that is, maybe it's something that's really obvious that I'm missing, you haven't explained the game mechanics, very well to me at all. Let's see if this works anymore. That does. Okay, so every time you spawn in there. I know I do not possess a key here. So, if I come over here, I don't have the key for this. I need to beat the boss to get that key. So that's clear to me. I'm fairly certain I went this way. But just in case I haven't. Yeah, so I went this way, because that's a dead end. And... this is pretty much, I think, going back the way I came. And I'm not seeing any branching paths. Yeah, so that's it. I didn't miss anything. This is just straight up, in my opinion, not enough feedback to explain to me what it is I need to do in that boss battle to win. I only have 2 abilities. I tried everything I could think of to do, and maybe there was something there that was just I was missing, but it's not obvious enough if I have to puzzle like that, if I have to think it through. And this is exactly the way that one element of the game where I spent an extreme amount of time trying to figure out something to do because I didn't understand a game mechanic. But as far as I know, these are the only 2 abilities I have, and this is the only 2 ways I can use them. I can't put out more than 1 bomb. I have to wait until the 1 bomb blows up before I can put another one out. And I think that's pretty much it. I've been in every other room, so as much as there is a way to go up, I can't really go that way because I don't have the key, and I've been in every other room. So I think we're going to call a halt to the video here at just a point of frustration not knowing what to do. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at Forma.8. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.